Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Looking very forward to this video for you guys. It's actually probably going to be multiple videos, as the process of setting up a Pulse account, there is some gaps in between and things that you have to do, then they have to do, then you have to do, then they have to do, or KYCing with a prop firm or anything like that. I will go through who I'm choosing for a prop firm when I get to that point and all that kind of stuff. There will be things I will have to either fade out or not include in the video, so there might be some choppiness to this one or other ones as part of this series. I'm normally a kind of a raw video kind of person, in one take, but with this one, there's things that we need to be careful of in the background, just because of agreements that you make with them as a corporation and to be SEC compliant, all that kind of stuff. So other than that, there's really not too much else to it. If you do have a second, do hit that like and subscribe button down below. I also had a really good AMA with Nick, which will be up there, so if you do have a moment to go through that. Also, James Pelton and Crypto Andy have an AMA with him as well, so if you wanted to get a good feel for who Nick is and how the company functions, those ones will go into great detail of all that stuff, and they're very well put together from all of us. So really the process is kind of simple at first. There's a DApp, you're going to hit purchase a pin, you're going to enter the DApp, or you could click up here, and then you'll come to this screen here. You're going to connect your wallet, of course. It's BSC. If you have a Treasure wallet, they are saying they're having some issues with those. To be honest with you, with stuff like this, when I'm hooking up to a DApp, I normally stay away from using my my cold storage wallets. But if I get any substantial money in these ones, I'll move them over in order to protect those funds, or I'll move them into other things that I'm doing, because I just find it easier, and usually there's less headaches, kind of thing. So MetaMask, and then you're basically going to fill in this information. The normal thing, you're going to approve for the spending the money, and then you're going to do your deposit and submit for approval. Most of this I'll probably have to pause for a moment because there's personal information there. I don't really want my phone number out to everybody. Email and first name and even last name, I don't care so much. So I'll pause it for a moment and get through this part, but as you can see, it's probably pretty straightforward. If I hit any roadblocks, I will come back to you with some info about that. All right, so a really standard contract interaction process there. So basically, I approved the transaction on the first one, then it opened up my ability to deposit, and then there was a submit for approval, which is you're submitting your application basically, and I'm assuming we're going to get an email from there. So I will come back probably and finish that process in this video, since this one was pretty straightforward and simple so far, and then we'll probably move on to the next part of the process as a separate video. All right, now that you've got your PIN purchased, the first thing you're going to get is 2 emails. One of them is going to be to fill in a contract, basically initialing each page and then signing and putting your personal information in at the bottom. And you're going to get this email here saying that congratulations on your PIN purchase. Once you've signed the contract, they're then going to send you a new email login. It'll be the actual email address and the password for that email. I did it in Outlook. That's what they suggested, I think. And basically, you're going to open this email address up and log in through your computer. They will have access. You will have access. This is kind of a place for you guys to communicate with the Pulse team and get all your information set up and interact back and forth between them. So with that, you'll get a thing, welcome to the Pulse community. You'll have your prop firm selection email. This will give you a list of the prop firms that are available. This changes all the time. They don't want the list out there just for competitive reasons and whatever, but when you get your PIN, you'll have access to this information. You can then choose one of the PINs on there, and what they will do is, or one of the prop firms on there, and then what they will do is actually send you the funds, because you've already paid the 5K. They will send you the funds to purchase the prop account. If there's any coupon codes or whatever, they'll tell you all that stuff in the email, and in that email, after they've sent you the funds, they'll also tell you and have a walkthrough video on how to set up the prop firm. So I didn't go through that because they've sent that and set that all up for you. So depending on which prop firm you choose. In this case, as you can see, I chose Nova Funding, so you can head to their website, log in, and you can now see my challenge is active. The first step is for them to pass the challenge, and then I'll be funded and working with real money. With Nova and some of the other prop firms, they use what's called HFT, which is high frequency trading. What this means is they can pass the prop firm very quickly with rapid trades that'll happen during some volatility, and they're very effective on passing trades. You cannot trade with them in real life, otherwise we basically drain everything, because everybody would be making millions in minutes. But it does allow you to pass the prop firms a little bit quicker on a dummy account, and then you start trading with real funds, which is a nice little bonus. It just quickens the process of getting in. Once I get funded, I believe, then my PIN becomes active and I'll have access to the dashboard. When somebody gets funds from their prop firm. It gets fed into the contract, and then I will benefit from those. So a nice little bonus is because I'm a little bit later to the game, because there's already some people that have their pin set up and already got funded, I could get some payouts before I actually have my account paying out. So a nice little bonus. It's a fairly minimal one, and it kind of softens itself over time. Once my account starts paying, then everybody's getting the benefit of that funds as well. So we're just adding to the pile kind of thing. Other than that, you'll get an email, like I said, for that once you've set up your prop firm and purchased it with the funds they give you. And one thing to note there, if, for instance, you're funded and it needs Ethereum or USDT on the Ethereum blockchain, you will need to send a little bit of gas over for yourself if you're not using a wallet you normally use for things. Like in my case, I set up a brand new wallet, so I did have to send a few bucks of Ethereum. I think I sent over 10 bucks, but the gas fees were only $3 because it's more of a transfer. It's not like a DApp interaction where you're eating up a lot of extra gas fees potentially, or buying some crazy token that's got a lot of volume on it and the prices go up kind of thing. You can probably time it if it's too expensive. You can kind of take your time, but in the most part, it's going to be $3 to $8, I presume, but just guessing there. So you may have to send that over to your wallet if you don't already have gas in there. Different prop firms will use different chains, and I'm assuming they'll adapt and send you the proper funds. The reason why they send USDT, and I actually asked this of them, and not something like Ethereum, is if you take a few days to do your transaction, the amount of money you could have in your wallet, if it's Ethereum, being that it's a $1,000 purchase, for instance, could be less than you need to buy the prop firm. So to save a lot of hassles, they send you the exact USDT amount you need, or exact stablecoin amount you need in order to purchase your prop account, whatever it may be, USDC, whatever. So that basically explains that. As I said, I've set up Nova Funding. That's just my bill from paying for it. So this one was $867. And then you get your actual credentials for logging in. Once you get your credentials for logging into actually trading with, you need to send those off to the Pulse support team. And again, there's instructions on that email to do so. And you'll want to include in there your login for Nova Funding. So your login to the actual website or the members access, so like what I see here, and you'll send them the login information for your actual trading, which will be like a pin to get in to actually doing the live trading. That'll seem more self-explanatory, and like I said, it's explained in the video that Nick does for you, showing you how to get into all this. And that's about it. So the next step in the next video that I'll probably produce for you guys will be when I get my first payout, and I'll be able to show you my account hopefully funded and trading, and maybe what kind of money it might be making already, as well as the funds I've already earned, and then how you interact with that and move those funds into a stable coin. I may hodl some of them, but I will move some over just to at least show you guys, and then I'll hodl some for a little while because the token is supposed to be ever increasing like some of those different kind of tokens that can never go down but aren't backed by a stable, and that's kind of the point of this, but I'll get through that later on. Sorry, I digress. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So if you do have a moment, please do hit that like and subscribe button down below. I think we're like 10 away from 3K, which is pretty cool, and we'll hopefully keep growing that, and also that like button just to help this video get a little more attention, because I think this is a pretty unique opportunity for people. It is a little bit larger barrier to entry with a 5K price point to it, but I think that's if that's in your price range, this could be a neat way to diversify your portfolio a little bit and give you some pretty reasonable passive income. Passive once you've set it up, because there is some processes you have to go through right now, and that'll ready you for any other type of prop firms you might want to deal with. I think I'll be going through some different ones and videos in the future and stuff that go through some different ways to earn some money using prop firms to your advantage. So thank you so very, very much for your time, guys, and have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend right now, or day or evening, whatever it may be for you. Have a great one.